Hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to Cherry Chat. I'm your host, Meg. Good morning to you as well, Daily Drive, California. I hope everyone's doing well. I have such a fantastic show for you today. I have two of the stars of the series The Wilds. Season 2 of The Wilds just came out recently on Prime Video. I've binged it all. I'm obsessed. Hello, Gretchen. I missed you too. We've got Sophia Ali and Shannon Barry on today talking all about The Wild Season 2. So I'm so glad that y'all are here. I missed all you Wilds fans. Hello, hello. Yes, wearing cherries. I thought since it was our first show back for The Wilds, I'd represent. Oh my gosh, we've got Shannon already. Amazing. Okay. Let's get Shannon. Oh my gosh, the fans are here. We are so excited. We're getting Shannon.
Hi.
Shannon!
Nice to see you again, babe.
How are you?
I'm good.
Oh my gosh, I'm loving this blonde. When did we go blonde? It's been like 2 years.
We went blonde in December. My best friend did it for me, but this is like a proper hair person fixed up. I love it. I'm loving the blonde. They do have more fun, so
I think they do. I think they do. I've been red, brunette, blonde. I've been every color under the sun, and I do have to say, blondes. I think it's true.
It's just really fun. I really like it. So he's hoping maybe a season 3. Who knows? Maybe Gretchen left some hair dye in the bunker. I'm not sure. Maybe we go. Maybe Fatten does it. Who knows?
I could totally see that. Oh my gosh. That would totally do like an island dye job. That would be incredible.
Oh my God, absolutely. She would. She'd be like, let's go.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, while we're waiting for our lovely Fatten Sophia, okay, it's just so incredible to see you again. I'm so happy we're back.
So nice to see you too.
Oh my goodness. It's been like, I was trying to remember the last time we chatted. I feel like it was like 2 years ago.
It was a long time ago. I was living in my old place. I think it was COVID, right?
It was.
COVID
we were like in the middle of it. We were in the thick of it. Oh my gosh. And I have to say, like, we at Cherry Picks, all the fans have been waiting for this moment for so long for season 2 to come out, and it's here. And it's so good. It's so good.
Yay! I'm so glad everyone's loving it. Like, see, the love for the show has been absolutely insane. So yeah, thank you to everyone who loves it and has been watching it and has been with us now since 2018. The Wilds has been in my life since 2020 for everyone else, and it's been absolutely like gorgeous to experience and for all the love to be there. I love it.
And it's honestly like, hold on, I'm sorry, I keep checking. I just want to make sure we're not like missing Sophia, because I tend to, when I do like more than one live, I'm like chatting, and then the person's just waiting. Like, where's my invite?
Like,
I'm like, I'm sorry. I have to say, it was like incredible to watch just the fan response to this show and how it has become more than just a series. I think it's become, people have found their tribe. They found their community. It's been, I think it's more than just storytelling. It has gone beyond that.
The Wilds is a lifestyle.
It really is. Oh, she's here. Okay, great. Thank you for letting me know.
Sophia!
Sophia, we're coming for you. Yes. Okay, let's get her on. I love this. All right. Yes! Oh my gosh, another blondie.
I know.
Hi,
I copied
Sophia.
so.
Hey. Oh, no.
It's okay. Get situated. We're good. We're so excited.
I'm figuring this like stand out right now for my phone. It's
Mine's
trial and error
like,
type situation.
Yes. You know what? It doesn't even matter. Everyone's just so happy that y'all are here. It's just, what an exciting time.
Happy to be here.
It's all good. Get situated. Settle in.
Hi, Shannon. How's New York?
Hi, gorgeous. Yeah.
I was just telling Shannon how we think it's been like 2 years since we last chatted, how this series has become so much more than just a TV show. It's allowed others to find their tribe, to be in a community. It has offered so much more than just what we see on screen. And it must be such a beautiful feeling to be involved with such an empowering and wonderful kind of movement in a way. Truly.
Yeah, that's a good point. I never really thought about it like that. It's a really good point. It's good. It's nice. There's no template for it, so I guess it's like comforting to see.
Yeah, I really think so. I mean, just the fan response that we've seen on our end, I'm sure that y'all get all the time. It just feels like it's a really supportive, wonderful, just, group of fans that y'all have that really have uplifted each other through this process and supported each other through loving the show, which I think it's like, what more can you ask for storytelling? I mean, that's the beautiful effect of storytelling.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, I get you're right. I mean, if you think back into time, Twilight and all of those, just like, a different type, they it's like a culty type, like they started a community, and that's sort of what made it so popular.
Yeah, exactly. I love that you brought up Twilight, which is kind of like making a resurgence. I feel like it was cool.
I
And
feel
then
like we talked about this last time too.
Shannon
I feel
loves
like
Twilight.
I feel like we also talked about Twilight last time, but maybe that was just me. I don't know if you remember.
I mean, I feel like
I feel
Twilight
like we
always
talked
makes
about what
it
teams
in.
we were on. I feel like that's
Twilight
a
always
memory.
makes
Last
it
time I
in.
spoke to you, it always comes back to cherry picks and Twilight. Cherry picks the wilds and Twilight are always kind of mixed in a little melting pot. Fun fact: we tried to get Twilight in the show.
Ooh, like a reference?
Yeah, the book that Dot reads. It's now Nora
Oh.
Roberts' novel. It was meant to be Twilight, and there was a whole scene where Martha was explaining to Dot what happened in the books that she didn't bring. All about how Jacob falls in love with Renesmee, and Dot's like, what? So really wish that happened, but that was definitely like in the pipeline for a little bit.
Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully maybe it'll make it through season 3. We're talking about maybe
Season
hair
3.
dye makes it to the island. Maybe Gretchen also throws in a Twilight.
We all bleach each other's hair. We all dye each other's hair.
All dye each other's hair and just like reads Dot just reads Twilight out loud to the group, and it's like everyone's fine. It's like no one needs to be rescued. They're like, this is my safe
We've
place
got
now.
a perfect life here.
We have like a book club at all.
We got a book club.
Gosh, I love that, the Wilds book club. Incredible.
The next season, the format's going to be like The Office.
Yeah. It's all through the security camera. That'd actually be really funny.
Oh my gosh, who would be like?
We're just talking to the camera, like interview style. There's no one there. We're just going crazy.
Yeah, we just pretend.
Because of
my
all
gosh,
of
I
the
actually
solitary
love that.
confinement.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Someone's probably now going to make that on YouTube, like do a skit.
I
love
love
that.
that. That's fine.
I would love
If
that.
not, I will.
Yeah,
That'd
somebody
be so
do it.
funny.
Oh my gosh. We will repost it. Cherry Picks will repost it and tag you.
Yay.
All right, well, let's get into it. There's so much to cover. Season 2, I was telling Shannon, Sophia, y'all must be so proud of the season. I think it dives in even deeper into these characters. And for me, I feel like acceptance, the idea of acceptance is such a huge part of this season.
In what way?
I think I was thinking about this. The first season, I think really we see a lot of the backstories. We see the girls kind of coming to terms with. I feel like there's a lot of shame that is kind of going around in the island. I think a lot of these women in the first season are dealing with a lot of shame for whatever reason. And it feels like this season we're at that point of finally self-acceptance, and it feels very freeing. It feels very liberating. And I think we see too that when we accept these darker parts of ourselves, I'm putting them in quotes because there are no dark parts of ourselves, you know, it's all beautiful.
Amen.
Yeah, we see like how well they work together, how you know they're gaining confidence, self-confidence. I don't know, I found this season empowering in that way to watch.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's interesting that you correlate acceptance to self-confidence like that, which I guess, yeah, that would be a big indication of self-confidence, right? Is just accepting your surroundings. Maybe that's all you need. Is it all you need?
I don't know, and I think that's what's
I
so
feel like it
beautiful
makes you
about the
happier.
show.
Yeah.
It doesn't really say this is right or this is wrong. It's just we're going on this journey with these women. And I think that, I mean, like specifically with Fatin, I think that strength is a huge part of her this season. We see her say to Dot, like, when am I going to get strong? And she's talking about physical strength, right? She's trying to move. Or she reminds me a lot of myself. I feel like I have like no arm strength. She tries to move things on the island. And then I think we see her sort of gain this sense of self and what kind of strength means to her mentally, physically, what that word even means. I think Gretchen uses that word, misuses that word in the series. And I think it's an interesting topic to explore, this idea of
Yeah.
what does it mean to be strong?
Well, I think as a woman, you're told, I mean, there's probably more than this, but you can be like one of three things, you know. And Batten found so much strength in being the independent rebel type. And to go along with shame, you know, all the women felt shame, and she was shamed for that a lot. As are most women, I think, who choose that route, because eventually, you know, they're going to be made out to be selfish or careless or whatever, because they're not, you know, they're not a wife, they don't have a family, all this stuff. So I don't know if she ever respected that route, you know, and then she reveals that she does want a family and that is something that she wants. And so then all of a sudden the maternal side of her just makes sense, you know, that she would want to try and hone that skill. But she oddly seems way stronger than she did before, which I feel like most of the time for women it's depicted the opposite way. You know, they come from being like more submissive and caring to being like, I want to be independent now and find myself. But I feel like Fatin, yeah, she flip-flopped.
Yeah.
But this is more strong to her. Before it was damaging. It was coming from a damaged place.
Absolutely. And I think what we're seeing here too is the strength and vulnerability, which I think we see with all the women this season. And we see that, and that's what we talk a lot about, how, you know, women supporting women and all of this. But we're seeing in this show really the actual outcome that can come from that. It can come from a genuine support. And I think that, you know, we see these women working together in a more kind of cohesive way. And that I don't know, it just feels like, it reminds me of like after you have like a great therapy session and all of a sudden you like see that, you know, it feels very
light.
therapeutic.
Yeah.
It feels very therapeutic.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thanks for saying that.
Oh my gosh, truly. And
That's
yeah,
really great. Thank you.
yeah, I think that's what it gives people. I think that's why.
I think that's what they're going for. I think they're trying to do that. They want it to be feel good, you know, at the end of the day. It's such a crazy out there concept. And to turn around and be like, I feel good about myself. Like,
yeah, because I think that I mean, I think that that's what, I mean, that's like, what therapy is. It's like,
how did they do that?
yeah, right.
That's a thing.
Just watch the wilds. Just watch.
Yeah.
That's what self-care looks like. That's what self-care looks like.
Women are trapped on an island. I don't know if that's gonna make me feel safe.
Don't worry, we got a little birthday seeds. We got everything.
I promise, it does.
Oh my gosh.
Somehow it just does.
Yeah, it really does. Let's talk a little bit too about
safety is with yourself, right?
Yeah.
That's what it emphasizes, I think.
And I think too, we see as the women start to sort of go through that process for themselves, we see that they are able to be there for each other in turn. And I think
and
that
help from each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Shannon, you Dot and Rachel have a beautiful scene where you're you know, it's like that tiptoeing of how do I be there for someone when they're grieving, but I know that they also need space. And you have a beautiful scene where you're being so vulnerable in that moment. Dot's being so vulnerable in that moment and just sort of speaking her truth and sort of just putting it out there for someone to receive or whatever they need in the moment. And I think that we see that although Rachel may not be ready for that, or she's processing her grief in her own way, I think there's still a sense of gratitude and feeling sort of, again, being in that safe space while grieving because of the relationship she's had with these women, and the way that they're able to sort of be there for each other.
And knowing when they should be there for each other. I feel like these what we see now in season 2 compared to season 1 is these characters now have an intuition about what's going on in this little family. They've developed this intuition for each other. They've developed these beautiful feelings of love. So now it's a sense that not only can these women ask for help when they do need it, but we can also see when others need to receive it and when we should step up to the plate to be able to give them the support that they need, or when we need to back off and give it a second and be like, right, this person's going through something very personal within themselves. Let me take a moment. And I think it's that intuition compared from season 1 to season 2 that we see change is this just this deep love and appreciation that they all obviously have for each other.
Yeah, it's a truly partnership.
You're
I think
growing up so much, Shannon. I'm sorry. I don't mean to, that was just so eloquent. I loved it.
Thank you. I've been reading the
truly
dictionary.
was.
I jump on these and I'm like, don't sound stupid. So I'm like, there's immense pressure to be like, right, let me lay down some thick words.
So funny.
I love that. I love it. Oh man, but I mean that's sort of what that's love though, right? It's like
that's love.
That's love. A mutual respect. Respect. They respect each other this season too. It's that's support. That's love. I think, but that's what's so cool to see that develop from this season, from last season. We're seeing that transition, and we're seeing that even though they're stuck on an island and they desperately need showers and some, some moisturizer. We're seeing how
maybe.
But we're seeing
some moisturizer.
Moisturizer goes a long way. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
SPF.
Gotta take care of that skin.
Something.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe that will be next for the girls.
Anything.
That'll be the next.
Yeah,
season.
we get party
just
supplies.
Home self-care.
All right, we're making a list here of what Gretchen needs to give the girls. Twilight, hair dye, SPF. Oh my gosh.
For your eyes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think we're also,
not for eating.
Yeah.
No, we'd never use that for eating. I actually hate cucumber. I think it's
only
gross.
for self-care.
Oh my gosh. I think we're also seeing this season how, speaking of like all of this that's developed with these characters, there's sort of a fear of, we see it with Shelby specifically, this fear of like, how do I go back? How do I go? But what is normal life? What is normal? What is like, who am I now that I've experienced this? And I'm really curious.
And that
that's
must
where
be how a lot of people are feeling with COVID. I mean, I know I did, but I didn't make the correlation because I'm dense. Clearly way more than Shannon.
Yeah, way more
now,
than Nathan.
I've paused and I'm just like, ooh, wow, for pretty colors.
Well, that's what I love, we're discovering things here today.
So true. That is so true.
We're discovering things.
Having this struggle, and it is sort of, but sometimes I'll get anxiety. I have to go walk my dog, and I'll get anxiety about going outside because I just don't know what's gonna happen. Who am I gonna interact with?
Mm-hmm.
The world is so big.
Am I gonna have to step outside my comfort zone?
You know what? That's so funny that you're saying this. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I have a manicure appointment this afternoon, and I'm like terrified. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. Hairdresser appointments, nail appointments.
I'm like, is it worth it? These are my nails right now, and I'm like, is it worth it? Yes, it's worth it.
It looks like you did it on purpose.
It does.
No, but it's funny. It's like, seriously, like it's when our routine changes, and then it also, I think, shows like how incredibly adaptable we are as humans, right? It's like, we see that these, I'm like looking at the positive side here. I'm looking at the positive side.
Right.
It's like we see
there's
these.
always a silver lining. You can have anxiety, but that lasts for so long. You're not going to always have it. And you would die of a heart attack.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's so true.
That I don't know if more than a day, I'm like, take me to the hospital. Not really. Well, actually yes, because that's scary.
Anxiety is very real. I could like literally,
Bust.
But it's just a reality. It's a sad reality of our world that we live in. We all face it, one way or another.
Yeah, and I think too, like, we have to talk about it. I mean, like we're laughing and stuff, but it's this true thing that I think that we got to continue these conversations. We have to and I think that's what we see a little bit. To bring it back to the show in a really sweet way, I feel like that's what we get on the island. I think we see that these women are communicating with each other more now than ever, and we're seeing that the joy. There's a lot of laughter that's in the season. We're seeing the joy and the relief that can come from just literally talking in a truthfully talking.
That comfortability that they have with each other now, compared to last season, is so palpable.
Yeah.
And what I like about Fatten, and I feel like this has helped me in my life, is that she doesn't really feel down on her situation. She's very realistic about it, and she'll be, honestly negative if she has to, but she's not going to be feeling sorry for herself. She's just going to adapt and be like, okay, this is the new me now. This is how I have to be to adapt to this new situation.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's such a cool character trait.
I agree. And also seeing how good it feels to help others. And I think we see that a lot with Fatten this season with Leah. Dot has always sort of been a caretaker in that way, and which reminds Dot to look out for herself. She's got to look out for herself because she knows so much. She's so good at caretaking. But I think it's interesting that your two characters are sort of each side of a coin there, right? It's like Fatten is feeling kind of the freedom, like is feeling sort of more like herself by by helping others, specifically Leah. And Dot, you know, Dot is learning to not always give so much of herself, and that sort of, yeah. It's really beautiful, y'all. It's really beautiful. I love these characters.
Gorgeous.
All the characters are all so opposite, you know, with what Martha's going through as well. It's sort of the opposite of Satin too.
Yeah.
You know, because in real life, we talked about this before. I've talked about this before with Jenna. In real life, on the show, Martha's character is doing the most to compensate for her trauma.
Yeah.
Whereas Satin's like, I'm wearing it on my sleeve. This is awful. Here's my retaliation. I'm going to react in anger because I deserve to be. And then she's realizing, oh wait, no, actually, like, I benefit from like being there for other people, not making my emotions the most important thing. And Martha's character, you know, like, it just caught up to her in a really, really crazy way. Because she never had that realization. She was just, you know, going.
Such a giver. I mean, it's like gosh, it's just so, I love that you brought that up, Sophia, because it's so true. And I think that's why so many people see themselves in this show, because we're seeing that there's no right or wrong way to be. There's no right or wrong way to grieve. There's no right or wrong way to have self-care. Like we're all such individuals, and everyone sort of needs different things. And there's so much noise out there being like, if you're not doing this, you're not taking care of yourself. If you're not being like this, like, you know, and I think this showcases that that's not necessarily true. It's like, and I think that that's what's so just beautiful about the show. I love it.
And the diversity just all around, men and women, you know, it just lends to that.
We love to see it. It's literally like, we love to see it. We want more. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to give away too many spoilers, because I don't know where everyone's at. I know I binged it within a day, but you just never know. But it does seem like we do end on another amazing cliffhanger this season. So hopefully we get a season 3, because we love these characters, and I'm sure y'all want to keep, growing with these characters and exploring these characters.
And also exploring these new characters that we have in season 2. Like, the potential is so exciting. Just for everyone to mix in together. Like, that's something about watching season 2, is we were never there when the boys were filming their stuff. And all we really saw was read-throughs. When we'd all get together and have a read-through, you get little bits, but then watching the show as a whole, that was something that was so exciting.
It was awesome
for me as an actor and as a person, just to see my beautiful friends, one, absolutely kill it, and two, get really excited for, like, who do I want to see Dot interact with? Like, what would it look like if Dot and Kieran had a conversation? What would it look like if Dot and Henry had a conversation? Like, all of these little, like, moments that could happen in season 3, it is just so exciting.
I totally agree. So much potential. So much potential.
So much.
So exciting.
So much. All right. Well, y'all are so lovely. This was so fun. I'm so glad I got to talk to you again.
Yeah, me too.
My little blonde beauties.
The blonde beauties, babe.
The blonde beauties. I love it. But y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you again. And just much love, sending love your way. And I hope we talk soon.
Thanks, everyone. Yes.
Team Edward.
Season 3. Team Edward. Team Edward.
Bye.
Bye.